Hi friends, welcome to Intellify. This is Suchita. Today's our topic is about fundamental unit of life. Under that, chapter 2 is what is a cell made up of? What is the structural organization of a cell? It's included under the subject science of ninth class. As I said in previous class, these are the cross section of a plant cell and cross section of animal cell, and what are the organelles included in the cell. These are the cell organelles like cell wall, cell membrane, vacuole, nucleus, nucleolus, nuclear membrane, chloroplast, mitochondria, cytoplasm, amyloplast, centrosome, rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, and Golgi body. Coming to the animal cells, there is no cell wall and all other cell organelles are included in the animal cell. Characteristics of cell, as we already explained in the previous class, cells provide the necessary structural support to the body and provides and maintain the structure. Uh, the hereditary material present in the cell like DNA or RNA is responsible for reproduction, that is present in the nucleus. The cell has a cell organelles in it, which is floated in the cytoplasm. And mitochondria, it is a cell organelle which is responsible for the fulfilling the energy requirements, and lysosomes does the metabolic wastes and foreign particles that enters into the cell, and endoplasmic reticulum synthesizes selective molecules and processes them, eventually directing them into their appropriate locations. Coming to the functions of the cells, provides support and maintain the structure, facilitates the growth and allows transport of substances and energy production. It aids in reproduction. Coming to the structure of the cell, the cell structure comprises of individual components with specific function essentially to carry life processes. These components include cell wall, cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, and cell organelles. Individually, we learn about each and every structure of each and every component. Coming to the cell wall, it is the most important prominent part of the cell. It maintains the cell structure, and that cell wall is made up of cellulose and hemicellulose and pectin, and it is present in the plant cells and absent in the animal cells. This is a layer which protects the inner cell organelles from the outer environment and outer foreign particles that which enters into the cell, and it is rigid and stiff, that surrounds the cell membrane and all other cell organelles. It provides a shape to the cell and gives support to the cell and protects them from mechanical shock and damage. Coming to the cell membrane, it supports and protects the cell. It is present in the cells. It is outer covering of the cell within which the all cell organelles are enclosed. Like after that, the cell membrane is covered by cell wall, and which is the cell membrane. Actually, in animal cells, cell wall is absent, only the cell membrane is present. It is the outer layering of the cell in the animal cell, and in plant cell, the cell membrane is covered by the cell wall, and all other cell organelles are enclosed by cell membrane, and it separates the cell from the external environment. It also known as plasma membrane. It is porous, means which contains pores, which allows the outer molecules from outer side into the cell, and substances outside the cell, and can pass through the pores and enter into the cell. And coming to the cytoplasm, it is a thick, clear, and jelly-like substance present inside the cell membrane. Most of the chemical reactions takes place in the cytoplasmic fluid. like endoplasmic, all other cell organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body, ribosomes, and chloroplast, nucleus, nucleolus, and etc. are suspended in the cytoplasmic fluid. And coming to the nucleolus, uh, it is the structure which contains the hereditary material like DNA or RNA, and it sends signals to the cells to grow, mature, and divide and die. And it is surrounded by, the nucleus is surrounded by a nuclear membrane, and the inner hereditary material is protected by nuclear membrane um, from the rest of the cell. It protects the DNA, an integral component of the plant cell structure. That is, the integral DNA is actually the integral part of the plant cell structure. It helps in the reproduction process to produce their offsprings. Hence, the nucleus and nuclear membrane. The nucleus is a very integral part of the plant cell structure. Coming to the cell organelles. Cell organelles are composed of various cells are composed of various cell organelles that perform certain specific functions to carry out life processes. The different cell organelles along with the principal functions are as follows. So we will see what are the functions of the cell organelles and individually. Coming to the nucleolus, it is the site of ribosome synthesis and involved in controlling cellular activities and cellular reproduction. Nucleolus. In nucleus there is a nucleolus in which the hereditary material is present. In it like it helps in the reproduction process and controlling the growth, cellular growth, as asexually or sexually. As in unicellular organisms, the reproduction is takes place by asexually, like binary fission, and sexually. Um, and the nucleolus is responsible for the reproduction and ribosome synthesis. Coming to the nuclear membrane, it protects the nucleus, forming a boundary between the nucleus and other cell organelles. Coming to the chromosomes, it plays a crucial role in determining the sex of an individual. Each human cell contains 23 pairs of chromosomes. Coming to the endoplasmic reticulum, it is involved in the transportation of substances throughout the cell and plays primary role in metabolism of carbohydrates and synthesis of lipids, steroids, and proteins. Golgi bodies, these are called as cells post office because it is involved in transportation of materials within the cell. Ribosomes, these are the protein synthesizers of the cell. Mitochondria, it is called as a powerhouse of the cell because it produces ATP, which is the energy currency of the cell. Lysosomes, it protects the cell by engulfing the it protects cells by from the foreign particles and helps in protecting the cell organelles from the foreign bodies and helps in cell renewal. Therefore, it is known as the suicide bags of the cell. Coming to the chloroplast, these are the primary organelles for photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is nothing but respiration process. It contains the pigment called chlorophyll. These chloroplasts are only present in plant cells, not in animal cells. Coming to vacuoles, it stores. Its main function is to store food and other waste materials in the cell because many vacuoles are present in the animal cell and only one vacuole is present in the plant cell. This is all about the what are the cell made up of and structure of the cell and what are the cell organelles. This is about today's topic. Thank you.